Hello everyone, my name is Zach and welcome to On Cashflow, where I help you become a master of your own cash flow. Now let's get started. One of the best ways for you to save money is by paying less for the same goods and services that you were already going to buy. And I'm really excited to make this video because I'm a pretty frugal person and I get lots of joy off of paying less for the same items that I was going to buy anyway. And I hope that I can share that with you today. The very first website that I want to share with you today is a really weird name. It has a really weird domain name, CamelCamelCamel. That's 3 camels in a row. But what this website does is it's actually an Amazon price tracker. I don't know if you know this, but Amazon prices, like the cost of items on Amazon, they fluctuate in price almost daily. So you can be paying a lot more for some item that someone paid way less for a few days ago. And what you can do is you can just go ahead and paste a link from Amazon onto their website and you can actually see how much the price has changed. So you can see if you're currently going to be paying a good price for that item. You can look back in the past year or the past 6 months and you can see what was the lowest price or what's a pretty good price to pay. And then you can say that, hey, this item is currently more expensive than it usually is. You can just go ahead and put your email in and put a tracked price in there and say, hey, let me know when the price drops to this amount. And then CamelCamelCamel will go ahead and track that. And then when it does drop to that price that you desire or less, they will go ahead and send you an email. You can look at that email, click through, and you can buy that item at much less than what you would have paid if you just bought it on the spot. This is really awesome and it saved me a lot of money on stuff that I buy on Amazon because I like to shop online because I don't actually like going to stores. Using this, I can see that, you know what, I'm only going to pay this good price or I'm only going to pay the lowest price what it's ever been. So I can look at that and I can set my prices. I can look at the historical data and see how much it was. And it also works really well for having some self-discipline and not having immediate gratification. You don't get that immediate gratification of buying something that you just looked at on Amazon, once and you looked at the reviews and it was good. No, you actually have to wait, sometimes a day, sometimes a week, sometimes even longer. So there's many of the things that we buy that we don't necessarily need to buy right now. You should use CamelCamelCamel and set a price tracker for it. And by the way, I think that having your expenses really low is one of the best ways that you can achieve financial independence. And that's why I have another video that I do want you to watch after this video. And it's my full guide to slashing your expenses so that you can achieve financial independence faster. Okay, I'll talk about that video at the end of this video. But let's move on to the next website that saved me a lot of money, and that is Google Flights. Did you know that Google tracks flights? For the longest time I didn't, but now I know and I use it a lot. So the magic here is that you can actually set price trackers for different flights. You can set in what airport you want to fly out of. You can set what airport you want to fly into. You can set a price tracker and it'll send you, every day or every week or however you want to arrange it, how much that price has changed. So if you're very flexible with your trips, you can set in these price trackers and then get alerts for when the price is very, very low. And then you can go ahead and buy that airline ticket. Another awesome thing is that you can use specific dates or you can actually use flexible dates. So there's a lot of stuff on there that you can use in order to build a very flexible maybe vacation or very flexible travel to go see some family that live far away. Another personal favorite of mine that it's offered on Google Flights is that you can actually book refundable flights and you can set a price tracker. So maybe you have a fixed date that you do need to go somewhere. You can buy a refundable ticket for it and then you can set a price drop alert. And if that price does drop, you can go ahead and book that new ticket and get a refund for that other ticket. So it's pretty genius. Another set of features that's offered by Google Flights that I really love is that they have a price grid and a price average chart. So you can look at and see what is the average price for this flight that I want to take. Is this low that's currently being offered? Is it pretty average or is it really high that's being offered right now? And then also you can look at a kind of grid that shows the different prices for different days. You can look and say, hey, look, if I leave on this day and return on this day, it's much cheaper than if I left a day earlier or if I left a day later or something like that. It can literally save you hundreds of dollars in tickets. If you're buying multiple tickets, then thousands of dollars. It can literally save you a ton of money just by, flying one day earlier or one day later or 2 days earlier and 2 days later, whatever it may be. And one last thing when it comes to Google Flights is that they actually have a really awesome feature that I haven't used enough, honestly, but I really do want to use it. And that is that you can pretty much explore using a map of where you can fly to. So you can set in, hey, I want to fly from this airport or from a vicinity of this airport or area or something like that. And I can go pretty much anywhere for a weekend or for a week or for a month. And you can set that and it can show you an actual map of all these places that you can fly to and what the cheapest flights are in order to get there. And if you like to travel like I do, while you also are frugal, then you definitely should be using Google Flights. My next website that I use, I actually discovered this more recently, like much more recently, but it's actually pretty cool and it's actually worked a lot for me. And this one is for car rentals. This website is known as Auto Slash. The beauty of this website is that you can enter in an existing reservation that you have for a car rental and you can get a price alert. Like if those times for that car rental dates that you have, if the prices go down at either that company that you already have or even other companies, they will send you a price alert and say, hey, go ahead and book this one now because it's a lot lower than what you already pre-booked. And that's a big reason why I've actually learned the hard way never to prepay for car rentals. There's a whole myriad of reasons why I don't do that, and it's kind of a long story. The point is that I don't prepay for any of my car rentals. I always only book if it's free cancellation. And then I insert it into Auto Slash, and then I can get a price alert on if the price goes down lower than what I have my pre-booked reservation for. The next website that I want to share with you, it can not only save you thousands of dollars, potentially it can make you millions of dollars, over the course of many, many years. And that is my YouTube channel. So if you are liking this particular video, please make sure you like the video for me because it can lead you to building a massive amount of wealth, and it can lead you to achieving financial independence and retiring early. And by hitting that like button, you're also helping me out, so I would really appreciate that. But seriously, let's get on to another website that saves me a ton of money. And this next one has to do with gas. Gas in your car, not gas for like your oven. No, gas in your car, and that is Gas Buddy. So Gas Buddy, you can actually use it online as a website, but more popularly, it's known as being an app on your phone. So Gas Buddy allows you to search the map or allows you to see how much gas is wherever you are located. So you can go and you can fill up at a lower cost gas station. Just be careful when it comes to Gas Buddy because lots of people use it and lots of people want to spend less on gas. And so you could potentially be going to a gas station that's like super full of people and then you have to wait in line for a long time. And sometimes it's just not worth it. Like for example, you might know about Costco gas. Costco gas is usually the cheapest gas around and everyone knows that. So people will wait in line for 15, 20 minutes just to get gas at Costco to save 10 cents per gallon. And they're filling up their small car of, 12-gallon tank. So they're literally saving $1.20 in gas, but they're waiting for 20 minutes in line. I have learned the hard way about that and I do not do that. I value my time much more than $1.20 per 20 minutes. So I do not wait in line at gas stations. But that's besides the point. Sometimes you can scroll up a little bit and see some gas that's a little bit more expensive, but it's not going to have any line. And I would much rather choose that. Where Gas Buddy really shines is when you're outside of where you usually get gas. So usually you're going to know your local area, like where you can go get gas for a little bit lower of a price or which gas stations way overcharge and things like that. But if you're like on a road trip or something like that and you're coming up on some gas stations, you can look and say, look, I'm arriving in this new state and the very first gas station is 50 cents more per gallon because they're trying to get people that are just crossing over into the state. Where you can just go 5 more minutes and there's going to be more gas stations where you can get it for 50 cents less per gallon. Having Gas Buddy on your phone, you might as well just do it, especially if you're driving outside of where you usually drive. You can go and save $5 on gas and then you can go into the store and get you a nice sandwich. The next website that I do use is a little more niche in that you do have to fit into a certain category or be affiliated with certain groups. And this website is ID.me. So basically, it's a ID verification website that verifies your status. In my case, I use it to verify my status as a veteran. It also has groups like teachers. It has students. I used it when I was in college. I used that student verification. It has verification for first responders, and there might be a few other things on that, but they can usually get discounts at many of the major retailers, especially when it comes to like clothing and stuff. So if you have ID.me, you should create an account if you belong to any of those groups, because you can usually get 20, 30, 40, even offer 50% off for some of these categories. So it's really worth having an account at ID.me to get some of these discounts, and it's usually going to be like automatically on the website already, so they will let you know if they accept ID.me. And now the time has come where I want to know from you in the comments below, what are some other websites or maybe some apps that you use in order to save lots of money? Please let me know if there's one that I did not cover in this video, or maybe one that's similar to the ones that I've covered in this video. But I do have one more website for you in this video, and this is one that I've been using using for a few years, and it's actually known as Honey. A lot of these things have pretty weird names. I use it as a browser extension on my Google Chrome, and so Honey automatically lets me know if there's like a coupon that they can use to save me money on whatever website I'm checking out at online. They let me know if I can get a discounted gift card for the website that I'm purchasing on, and they also let me get cash back on some of the purchases. So that's 3 ways that Honey can save you money pretty much every time you purchase something online. And those little savings can definitely add up, and they can even stack. So sometimes you can buy a discounted gift card, you can save $5 on your purchase right there, and then you can also get cash back. Maybe you get 5% cash back, and that's another $5 or something like that. So you could literally end up saving $10 just by using Honey, and they'll automatically let you know if they have any of those deals available. So you don't actually have to manually look up anything at all. Another thing that you don't have to manually look up at all, my full guide to slashing your expenses so that you can achieve financial independence. Yes, I created a video like that for you, and I'm gonna put it in a link in the description below. I'm gonna put it in a link in the comment below, and it's gonna pop up on the screen right after I get off the screen. So definitely make sure you watch that video so you can learn more ways that you can cut your expenses pretty much effortlessly. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'm Zach from OnCashflow.com, and I hope to see you next time.